For sure, we have to concentrate on the educational aspect, and not just the success stories, but really all kinds of stories that are out there. We too often sometimes just like to showcase, okay, here are the poster children of the projects that we want to do. Let's talk about the places that didn't go forward, understand why. Let's talk about the places that went forward but maybe didn't perform as well. I heard an anecdote not too long ago where a large facility put in a combined heat and power plant, and then several years later did all these energy performance initiatives, which is great, and it reduced their consumption, but suddenly they had this oversized plant which now couldn't perform at the level it was designed for, and so there's this inevitable loss there, both in terms of efficiency and revenue. So making sure that people understand that. The other is this education and outreach absolutely continues to be important, whereas you can walk down the street and see solar panels on the roof of your neighbors, and that sort of helps to keep reminding you of these initiatives. You see LED light bulbs, you see a lot of these tangibly. You don't get to crawl around in boiler plants and see CHP plants. When I tell you solar panel, you conjure an image. Almost everybody does. When I say combined heat and power, very few people can really, get a tangible picture in their mind of what that looks like, what that means, what that's all about. So help to overcome those barriers, these free websites and public outreach that we see that NYSERDA is doing, that Department of Energy is doing, that your firm is doing, can be very, very helpful. And so also introduce the people who are thinking about it to the people that have done it. You know, if you can speak to somebody else who speaks your language, whether you're a facilities manager, whether you're a CFO, what have you, connect those people at whatever job title is there to get them comfortable with it. You're much more likely to do something if you've heard about it from 5 or 6 other people and understand their concerns and understand how they overcame them in order to do it. A carbon management perspective, there's usually 2 major issues. One is that, it's a fossil fuel feeding it, and that is the case. But at the same time, it's a much more efficient system, and so you move from a separate boiler plant and grid purchases to this combined heat and power. So for whatever energy footprint that represents, that's an efficiency of 70 to 80%. So right off the bat, you're looking at a massive reduction in the carbon footprint. Also, that's a reduction today, here and now, that you're taking in the responsibility for. You're saying my facility is now going to reduce our carbon footprint. It won't be zero, but it'll be drastically lower than it is. And usually with CHP, you can do that with a lower carbon footprint and at a reduced cost. And when you couple that with the resiliency benefits that CHP offers, that pretty much epitomizes the triple bottom line. You've got improved quality of life with resiliency, lower cost, lower carbon footprint. It's rare to see such a great confluence of items all in one particular technology.